Hello, greetings fellow beings. Jason from Being a Being here. Today we're going to talk about a fun topic, money. Yep, I'm sure you've heard of it. I know I have. And we're going to talk about the stigmas associated with it, what causes those, and how you can think about money a little bit differently. I just ask for you to give me a little bit of time and have a little bit of patience, and I'll gladly share all the experience and research I've done on money. And I hope we have a good discussion out of it. Please, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you agree and want to add more, let me know in the comments. Or even if you just like it, let me know. Like the video, comment, and we'll talk about similar things. If there's any other aspects of it you want me to talk about, let me know. I'll go into that too. So, all that being said, again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not a wealth expert. I'm not claiming to be. What I am is a 40-year-old human being who's had my fair share of experience with different aspects of money, just as many of people watching have. It's going to be different for everybody. And I just hope we can find some common ground to stand on in thinking about it. So, as usual, I want to start out with a quote. And this is from a very, in my opinion, very funny man, Daniel Tosh. He can be a little controversial, but I think he has a good way of making points sometimes. So here's the quote. Money doesn't buy happiness. Do you live in America? Because it buys a wave runner. Have you ever seen a sad person on a wave runner? Have you? Seriously, have you? Try to frown on a wave runner. You can't. That's the quote. He makes a good point here. You know, the wave runner and being on the lake and stuff is what people are having fun with. So they're not like, they're not riding waves on money, but money was a vehicle for them to obtain that other method of happiness. So in a way, it's an indirect corridor to happiness. So, people always say, there's more to life than money. So that's kind of why I agree and disagree, and I'm going to go more into that. There's these stigmas attached to wealth and money, and they're ugly, and they're prejudiced, and they're really no good for your soul. The whole topic of money just tends to get people heated and angry, and they have a hard time talking about it, and I don't understand why. So that's why I kind of wanted to fish out these thoughts a little bit more. Why do we have these stigmas? It creates this us and them mentality in society of the upper 1%, the 99%. There was that ongoing movement there for a little while where they were camping out the 99% against the 1%. And that's definitely an extreme side of the stigma. And I think that's just born from a lot of misconceptions about money. So why do they exist? I think because it's just a learned behavior. Ever since you're little, from the time you grew up, different people learn to think about money in different ways. They tie money to the different aspects of their life, the food they're able to buy, the cars they drive, the clothes they wear, the homes they live in. And, we are a retail market here in America where we're easily conditioned to believe that we need a lot of material things to be happy. And that's kind of what Daniel was poking fun at in that quote. I think in I think in actuality, it's couldn't be further from the truth. I see money as a tool, okay? It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. It's a tool that is exchangeable for motivation and potential. There's always been something on this planet that with human beings, because we're so lazy, yes, that's true. Sorry if it hurts, but humans are lazy as a collective. Even though there's individuals who aren't lazy, as a complete makeup of the human race, we're very lazy. So there's always been a need for motivation for people to do things. Okay, so before money, it was barter. I'll trade you my 6 hens for your 2 sheep. Okay, and then before that, even when we were in our cave days, there was cohabitation. The woman of the tribe might say, "Hey, I'll keep up the cave if you go out and clobber an elephant to the man." Yes, I'm being a little sexist and generalist, and it's with obvious, it's obviously being facetious, and I hope you understand that. But there's just a tool that we need to have to motivate us, is what I'm trying to say. Look at a doctor who's able to perform a surgery. If you remove money from the equation, that doctor still has the same ability to perform the surgery, whether or not he gets paid. It's the fact he's going to be paid and be paid well that motivates him to do the surgery. So, money's in exchange for a service to be done in order for somebody else to get a different service from somebody else. Let's say that there wasn't money and a carpenter's wife needs surgery. The doctor needs a house. Well, hey, you build my house, I'll give your wife heart surgery. Same thing is going to happen. There's going to be, in most cases, a need to motivate that doctor to do the surgery. Most humans aren't just going to do that without the whiff on what's in it for me. It's, a good example of quid pro quo, too. People, for whatever reason, need to be motivated to do things, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically, however you want to call it. People generally don't do things without that motivation. So let's just assume that money is a tool and we need it, okay? We need to drop these stigmas. You need to stop feeling bad for having more money or less money than somebody else. Remember, one of the most important things in this life is that at the end of the day, the end of your life, you're only going to have to answer to yourself. That's it. No matter if you had $2 to your name the whole time you lived or $3 billion. At the end, we all go out the same way. So, since you know that, and that it's only a part of the experience of life, think about it as a tool from now on, a tool for motivation. Like any other tool, it's going to depend on the hand that it's in, and how that person uses the tool. You just have to learn how to use money. It can be used to obtain happiness. It can be spent frivolously and cause a lot of grief. But it's not the direct cause. It's the knowledge of how to use it and what you do with it that's yielding the happiness or yielding the grief, Put it this way. Should you feel bad for wanting to have a tool that makes your life easier? If I came up to you and I said, hey, in this box, I have a tool that will make everything you do every day for the rest of your life a little bit easier. You're going to be able to have better clothes, better food, better home, better car, etc. Should it bother you that you want that for yourself? I think there's a lot of people in society who get caught up in like saying that's greedy or selfish, but I don't really think it is. I think it's okay, and I'm starting to learn it's okay to want to improve yourself. And even if you use your money to build an island to get away from everybody else in humanity and never deal with money again, it's just a tool. It's not what's making you happy. It's motivating you to do the end thing that's going to make your happiness. So, that's what I say. I say it shouldn't bother you. I say you shouldn't let other people being jealous of you having or not having money bother you. Just do what you want with it and make it yours. And Use it as a tool, just like a saw to cut through a board. Use it as a tool to get through your life, and stop thinking about whatever anybody else says about it. It's your tool to use. Use it how you see fit, and don't be ashamed of having it or wanting more of it just because you want to make your life better. Anything that motivates you to be better, as long as you're not hurting somebody else in the process, that's good. That's a good thing. And I think if you start to think about money like that, I think you'll find more of it, and you'll just find better uses for it in your life. And that's really all I have to say on this. I hope you enjoy this. It's a little bit more of an abstract kind of conversation, but if you did like it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the thumbs down. Let me know. Tell me why you didn't like my thoughts. Tell me why you liked it. Do you want to talk about money more, or do you want to talk about other things? Subscribe. Look for future videos. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. I'm here to, be a being with the rest of you, so you don't have to do it alone. Have a great life. Bye.